Everybody, Dr. A over here, and today we're going to talk about giving you a good spring cleaning, hopefully inside, outside, and sideways. All right, so what are we cleaning out? We're cleaning out all kind of toxins and all kind of junk that doesn't belong there. And by the way, what are these toxins, doctor, and where do they come from? Huh, I'm glad you asked. So there are various ways that the body acquires and produces toxins. These toxins, number one, come from our environment. These are introduced into our body through, say, chemicals that we apply to ourselves in the forms of deodorants and beauty products and hair products. And these are all foreign chemicals. They all come off of the petrochemical industry, and we expose ourselves to these things daily. And these things may or may not be deleterious to us. No one's ever really investigated it, and what they do in toxicological studies, they expose things to large quantities of that. We're exposed to small quantities of it on a daily, ongoing basis. From the moment we get up and our feet touch the floor, we're starting to absorb things in our environment. From the morsels of food that we put in our mouth, we're absorbing things. Now, toxins can come from the outside, they can come from the inside. They can come from our own cellular metabolic processes, the processes that the human body uses on a cellular level to generate energy, in turn generates toxins that need to be eliminated. And you've all studied high school biology. If you have, you've learned about things like urea and carbon dioxide, and these are considered waste products. These are toxins. These are to be eliminated from the body. The third type of toxins are produced by microorganisms that live and reside within us, in our gut, in our skin, in our respiratory tree. And these two have the ability to produce all kind of nasty toxins which can make us sick and or which can affect us on a chronic ongoing level to the point where we may not even realize it anymore. It just becomes our new normal. Now, what do you do to eliminate these things? How can you get rid of them? Well, fortunately, nature has provided us with our own systems and mechanisms for eliminating these things. And one of the key ingredients is, of course, water. Okay? Many toxins can dissolve in water, and if you acquire enough water, you're able to pretty much flush these things out of the system. Now, not everything dissolves in water. For example, fat and oil and water do not mix. So the body has come up with ways of breaking down these fats and making them more soluble in water. Many toxins are derived from, as I mentioned previously, the petrochemical industry. These are basically fatty-like substances. These are oily substances. They come from oil. And the body has a hard time eliminating that. Many of the medications that we take can also need to be eliminated, and the body has various ways of dealing with that. And the most common thing that is done is these things are taken by the body and they are made more water soluble. How do you make something more water soluble? Well, for example, you can attach a sugar molecule to a particular compound, and that reaction is called a glucuronidation reaction. These things happen very frequently, for example, in the liver. The other things that can be done is sulfur could be added to various molecules, and the addition of either a sugar group or a sulfur group increases the excretion and elimination and the solubility of these compounds so that they can be eliminated in the urine, in the sweat, in every breath we take. Every breath we take eliminates a little bit of water vapor, and you eliminate some of these things with that. That's why it's so important to, number one, drink enough water, keep yourself well hydrated, and number two, take steps necessary to enhance the elimination of these products. Now, some things, once they get in your body, are almost, I don't want to say impossible, but let's just say that they're quite challenging to remove. Okay? An example of that would be heavy metals such as mercury, arsenic, cadmium, lead. In order to do that, simple glucuronidation reactions, sulfuronation reactions, like by adding sulfurs or sugars, it won't work so well. For that, you need chelation to do that. Okay? Now, how do you know who needs what? Well, that requires a bit of an evaluation, a little bit of history taking, a little bit of laboratory investigation. You can pretty much figure out what's going on. Most of us are exposed to polychlorinated biphenyls in our environment. These are widely produced chemicals that are used in a wide variety of things. And things like milk thistle and perhaps some N-acetylcysteine and some other supplements can help the liver remove some of that. Vitamins such as vitamin C ascorbic acid, and some B vitamins also aid in the body's own natural ability to eliminate toxins. The use of chelation therapy is the only way you're really going to effectively remove heavy metals, especially in people who have quite a burden of heavy metals. And of course, drinking water, taking probiotics and fiber products, eating a diet that's rich in vegetables and rich in whole grains can help also with the gut function, so that the bacterial balance in our guts and the microorganisms in our guts are those that benefit us and not those that harm us. Those that harm us, those really awful bacteria, produce various toxins known as putrefaction factors. And these things can cause the gut to become more permeable. So as the gut becomes more permeable, it allows more toxins to leak in, kind of a push-forward system. Anyhow, that's kind of a brief overview on toxicity, detoxification, and spring cleaning for the body. I'm Dr. A, and hope to see you back soon.